Hi, my name is Ben. So, context. Because it is very necessary for this one. Long story short, during the battle, for whatever reason, my recording software decided to double up on audio. Which means that I was talking twice, in very, very short succession. Like, maybe I was talking 0.3 seconds at the same time after I was initially talking. And I figured it kind of ruined the whole thing, and no one would really want to see that. So, I'm going to quickly go through this and go through the battle, because the battle actually took a fairly long time, I think. I can't remember. I've still got the recording somewhere, but it's horrible. Just to give you an example, I'll probably put in maybe a small little 10-15 segment right now. Hello, everybody. My name is Ben, and welcome to week 3 of Season 3 of APL versus Youri. And welcome back. So, yeah. Doing that for a whole... however long was it? Let's see. 38 minutes! 38 minutes! That would have been pretty horrible. Hold on. So you can see here, this is the wrong battle. This is versus Pocky. This isn't... Did I save it in the wrong place? No, that's Pierce. Maybe I deleted it already? I couldn't tell you. I don't know where it went. But whatever, that's not what's important. I've already taken up a minute and a half of this BS. So, Youri. Let's quickly go over and find his squad. So, Youri has Excadrill, Florges, it doesn't even matter. You can see what his team is here. He's got, Victory Bell, Haxorus, this thing, Pangoro, Mismagius, Zard, Y, and Heliolisk. So, let me switch sides, pause the battle. We're all good. Everything's fine. I'll go through my team really quick because I won't get the chance to explain it. Landorus Therian with Yachi Berry. I'm not sure at the end of the day why I went with Yachi Berry. I figured it'd be necessary in order for any of his mons to really break through Landorus, especially, you know, Mismagius or not this thing, but I don't know. That was the item I went with at the end of the day. In hindsight, being 2020, as always, shouldn't have. Max special defense and HP, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, U-turn, knockoff. Latios came, like usual. Latios has Side Shock, Draco Meteor, Memento, and Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball for this thing, Azelf, because Azelf did a decent number on Latios. But even then, in hindsight, doesn't matter. Azelf's faster. Darken MZ for Memento, which, if for those who aren't aware, you use Memento, which makes your opponent's attack and special attack half. And then your Mon faints, and then you get to bring in another Mon for full HP. This will matter later. It's kind of spoiler alert, but it matters later. Choice Scarf, Pocephalon with Trick, Fire Blast, Shadow Ball, and Flame Charge. Flame Charge, because it's 2 move slot syndrome. You don't really bring anything else aside from Fire Blast and Shadow Ball. And if I trick the Scarf away, I still want to be able to get the speed boost anyway, in case I need it. He forces a switch or whatever. Toxapex, Scald, Haze, Knockoff, Toxic. Don't have Recover on this set. Something I regret. Assault Vest Diancie with Diamond Storm, Moonblast, Endeavor, and Earth Power. And Elric, it's no longer Homunk. I went with Elric as an homage to FMA. Thank you very much. Biggity bam. Parting Shot, Ice Beam, Multi-Attack, and Tailwind. Tailwind was a last-minute measure because his team is naturally quicker than, you know, a fair amount of threats I got in my squad. Especially this thing, and this thing, and this thing, and the Sun. So it's a very, very good countermeasure to what he naturally will bring. So anyway, we'll start off with the battle. We'll go slow. I'll stop every so often to give my 2 cents. This battle happened a week ago. I've been really lazy in terms of getting the recording done. So yeah, I'll try to remember what I can from that time. I deliberated for a bit. Also, for whatever reason, Sylvelli Grass doesn't have a animated spray. It's only static. Oh, you fuck. Sylvelli doesn't have a static sprite. Wow, it really is slow, isn't it? I'm gonna go normal speed from now on. Okay, never mind. It does have an animated sprite. I figured Sylvelli was the best start, even if he started with Charizard. I would have been fine to go into Diancie or Toxapex. or even Latios, hell, which, you know, was perfectly fine. So I started Elric, and I decided, you know, I'm just going to parting shot out, see what he'll do. Oh no, I multi-attacked. Excuse me. I multi-attacked to check to see what kind of build he was, and turns out he had no HP or no defense, so he decided to pull out. I went hard into Tiffany, and I checked. Pangoro gets both Earthquake and Iron Head, so I believed I swapped out here into Lando. Yeah, safe Lando. As he goes into this, it doubles out into that, and I get my rocks up. Rocks are very important, since he only has one defogger in literally Charizard himself. So he comes back out into this, and I go Tiffany. Tiffany is a very incredibly safe switch into this because it's Assault Vest, max HP, max special defense. He goes for the Icy Wind and switches out again, goes out into this, and it takes the Moonblast like a champion. He goes for the SD. Here I figured I couldn't let him set up with Z Sunny Day or Sunny Day, setting it up himself manually or whatever. So I went for the Diamond Storm, which almost KO'd, and gives me the +2 defense, so this doesn't matter, and at the end, Tiffany comes out on top. He goes for Seed Bomb, and you'll see right quick here on the side. I take it out with Moonblast. I asked him Seed Bomb over Leaf Blade. Turns out he forgot that Victory Belt gets Leaf Blade, which of course is always better than Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb's base 80, Leaf Blade's base 90, Leaf Blade has a higher chance to crit. I was thinking Power Whip or Leaf Blade the entire time, not Seed Bomb, so I was happy to see that. He goes hard into Poe here, to which I assume he's going to go for Earthquake or Iron Head, so obviously I go into Spork for free. Goes for the knockoff, knocks off my Yachi Berry, again at the end, doesn't matter. He goes for Ice Punch. He was also faster than Spork. 218. Pangoro. 236. So we probably sped crit my Landorus, or just went max special, or max speed, excuse me, just that way he could get rid of Landorus. At the end of the day, I definitely didn't, I was very rushed on this turn. I do remember that for a fact. Or rushed. I made my decision quick. Like, I wasn't actually rushed. I should have just safely gone out into Pex or Diancie and everything would have been fine. I wouldn't have lost fairly pivotal Mon. Yeah, so there he says he forgot. Leaf Blade. Goes for knockoff, knocks off Black Sludge. I go for knockoff. Knockoff is Assault Vest, which I figured he would be. Either that or it'd be just specially defensive with Parting Shot. But after seeing the speed, I figured. So, Pex comes in, knocks off, yada yada. He goes into this, and I believe I Toxic. Yeah, because Toxic on Pangoro would have been perfect anyway. Go into Savali. Savali's the natural switch into this thing as he goes for Volt Switch. I believe he went back out into Mismagus. So what I was worried about this entire time, because I think Carb caught me in GPBA with Destiny Bond on this thing, because I forget Ghost types get Destiny Bond for whatever reason. And I was worried the whole time since this thing's really fast. Well, I can't kill it with multi-attack. I'm going to have to Parting Shot out, go into another Mon that's faster, and then kill it then. Of course, the issue is that I can never go into Latios, because Latios gets trapped by Pursuit from Pangoro and doesn't kill it. So yeah, I was worried about Destiny Bond the whole time. Turns out he admitted later it was Scarf, to which I was kind of surprised. It didn't make sense for me to think that it was Scarf, because if Blacephalon's Scarf, Blacephalon outspeeds this. The only thing he's really threatening is like even Scarf Lando maybe, and Latios. That's it. He's not really threatening anything else with it, but hey, it kind of worked out fairly well for him. Managed to mind games me. So here! Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay. Okay. How do I do this now? This is a very pivotal turn. Because at this point, it's like, okay. If he's going for Destiny Bond here, I can simply Tailwind, outspeed him next turn, multi-attack him, and then I can Parting Shot out on whatever he comes into. Then I can go into another Mon and then start taking him out one at a time. And even then, I'll still have Elric around to be able to pivot with Parting Shot and Tailwind. So this mattered a lot, actually. Because I decided to go on to Tiffany and still worried about the, you know, Destiny Bond to go for Endeavor. Turns out, again, he was Scarf, so I just decided to take him out. Blat, get rid of it. Try to go for the defense raise, doesn't happen. He goes out into Luigi. To which I let Tiffany die. Yeah, so I even said here, I'm at a loss. you don't have D-Bond on Miss Magius. And he went, no, it's Scarf Trick for P2. Personally, considering how he's got Pangoro, and how he's got Zard, and how he's got, what's this thing called? Haxorus? I didn't think it was necessary. At all. I can't agree with justifying bringing Scarf Trick Miss Magius specifically for a mon that I may or may not bring. Porygon 2 is a very iffy mon to bring against him when Pangoro is more than likely guaranteed to come because I've got Latios and I've got Blacephalon, which it's a very good intuitive check into if it's Assault Vest. So yeah, there you go. That's my thought on that, Youri. Come in, Fire Blast this thing, boom, gone. Jerry claims a kill. Of course, it's Scarf. As he goes into this, I believe I stay in and try to go for a Fire Blast and miss. I said in the recording, you know, I'm going to go for this and it's going to miss. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. And it did. As he goes for the Aqua Tail, like he did it to me, I think it was last season or back in Season 1. I can't remember. I think it was back in Season 1. He got me with an Aqua Tail, Z Aqua Tail. So now he goes for a taunt. I should actually probably do like a calc for that. Let's see. This is right after I just battled OG, so I'm not sure. I'm just assuming that this is the general, you know, bulwark of what he had. But Fire Blast did a clean 68 to 80. That's a lot of damage. Another thing I'm regretting not doing in this battle was not bringing Scizor. Though I think the team I had was fine. I think Scizor was also pretty good as well. Naturally, it would have had some resistance and not be nearly as well as everything else, but I think Scizor would have still been a good bring. So he starts Dragon Dancing, and I go for Scalds, trying to fish for a burn, of course. He takes the burn. Also, note that this does 14, so... Hold on, let's go back a turn. It's down to 88%. 68 to 80, it would have brought it down to at least 20%, so Pex could have just Scalded twice and got the kill. So there we go. I got the burn, and now he's just setting up DDs. I just keep going for Scald. I don't have a choice. I believe he goes for Dragon Claw here because he's Taunt DD, Aqua Tail, Dragon Claw, yeah. And I just haze it away so that way Pex takes as little damage as possible. Yeah. So at this point, I've taken notice of the fact that the RNG has definitely been more in Youri's favor than mine. Everett got critted. I missed Fire Blast, and there's still more turns to come. Battle isn't over yet. So, Pex takes down this thing. I don't have Recover, which would have been amazing at this point in time. I decided I had to switch out into Latios here. Latios still took the hit fairly well from this thing regardless. So now he stays in. I go for Shadow Ball thinking he's going to go into Pangoro. Though, in hindsight, it was definitely smarter just to straight up go for Psyshock anyway. Because, yeah, look at this HP threshold. Let's see here. This isn't the same set. Let's see, what was the set on Spitfire? Just max HP, max speed, or max speed, max attack. So if I get rid of the specs, and I go to Charizard Y. Let's see here. Shadow Ball. 26, yeah, okay. So here you go. So Psyshock was a very good safe play. It was good mid-ground. I should have gone for Psyshock, but I didn't. So now this comes the time where in 63 to 75, at 72%, Zard has a very high chance of just living. 31% to not die. And he goes for DD, so he's physical. So that's even worse for me because Dragon Claw will do a lot more. So he goes for Dragon Claw, 91%, thank God. Go for Draco, it hits, he dies. Now, this is the critical penultimate turn. This will decide whether or not I win. Right? Because Pex doesn't have Recover, and if Pex had Recover, I straight up won this game, hands down. No ifs, ands, or buts. Let's forget Elric not being able to Tailwind, because that 100% would have secured the game, no ifs, ands, or buts. But yeah, he goes out into Poe, and I'm weighing my options. I don't remember doing... I remember doing the calc, but I can't remember specific numbers. But I assumed it was just max speed, Jolly, of course, with Assault Vest. Of course, that was knocked off, so it didn't matter anymore. But Dracometer was doing 42 to 50. Even at -1, which is pretty good. That's a lot of damage. So at that point I figured, okay, Pex can probably still win. Not remembering in the moment. Oh wait, I don't have Recover. So I went for Draco as opposed to Z Momento. 110% I should have gone for Z Momento. Because I missed the Draco. You know, I'm not even surprised at this point. I should have just Z Momento'd. So he Drain Punches a couple percents back. All things considered, down to 4250 from 88. He would have been down to 44. So if I had successfully burned him with Scald, I gotta wonder if I would have won. But Spitfire goes down, Pex comes in at 78%. And you'll see here, knockoff crit does 34. Oh my lord! This is ridiculous. Because I don't have Recover or Protect, so I lose. That's it. That's it. So, divide that by 1.5 times, you get about 22? About 22% damage on each knockoff, so it's at 78. So, 78, oops, sorry. Divided by 22. So if each knockoff on average does 22, I could take 3 of them at least. That's basic math. So if I Scald, that 22 will have into 11. If I had, if I had Recover here, I would have won. So again, he crits, and I go for the Toxic, as opposed to Burn. So definitely 100%, if I had Recover, Toxic stalled him, I would have won. So that's my fault. I should not have knocked off. I also forgot that I already knocked him off earlier in the game. Oh no, excuse me, he knocked me off. And you can see Scald's doing 22%. So that's a lot of damage, like, coming out from Peck specifically. Like, I should have noticed that before. So it was just max, maybe attack or something. I don't know. Just slapped on an Assault Vest and made a max speed, which is unfortunate. But if I had Recover, I definitely would have won this little 1v1 here. But at the end of the day, I did get nailed by a lot of hacks. Yeah, so like, I know this happens to me a lot, right? A lot, sorry. In the amounts of battles I have in a single season, there's always once or twice where I'll just get massively hacked out. Aside from another UCL league I'm in that I'm not going to be in after we're done, with Carb and all of them. I'm always salty at the end of them. I'll even have a little... I don't know if I still have the file, though. I need to see if I have the file. But I'll put it in here about how pissed I am. Like, now. I should have just fucking... Oh, I'm so mad! I'm not... What do I say? I don't know what to say. Oh well. It happens. It's Pokemon, but it still doesn't stop me from getting mad about it. And, yeah, there we go. Oh well. I should have not been stupid and should have collected Z Momento, because I knew I missed Draco. Like, why would I hit Draco when, you know, I've already missed a Fire Blast and got crit like 4 times in this match. And it's pretty bad. I was ridiculously mad that I lost that. Number 1, I was mad at, of course, the hacks. But number 2, I was mad at myself. In these last few turns, 100% play Z Momento. Wouldn't have had to worry about it in the slightest. Knockoff does nothing if I have no Black Sludge. 21 to 25. So if it's -2, I take 10 to 13. Well, no brainer. That's the play. If Pex is at 100%, Knockoff is an 8 KO. Scald's a 5-hit KO. Should have done the math, so I was mad at myself for that. Because I would have won amidst the hacks, and I would have been fucking touching myself and everything. But there we go. There's nothing that can be done. It's Pokemon. It happens. I've had it happen, and I wish I had took a screenshot of this so badly. I had it happen where a regular Mew, in a random battle, this was a random battle, so it didn't matter, but I got flinched 9 times in a row by that thing using Zen Headbutt. So, like, I'm not shitting you, like, 8 or 9 times, so, like, 0.2 times, what, 9? No, that's not right. 0.2 times 0.2 times 0.2 times 0.2 is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0.000064% chance for that to happen. Or, excuse me. In percentile terms, 0.0064%. So, yeah, that's pretty annoying in that regard, but what can you do? It's mods. Everything is based on RNG. And that's why it won't be competitive. You can't have a purely competitive number crunch. Otherwise, it's not fair, and you just need to be a good mathematician and be able to, like, mathematically maximize everything that you do and your terms and turns and everything. So, I will say GG to Youri. He did it. He won. He beat me. That's what happens. Even if it was by hacks, a win is a win. You take it, and that's what happens. So yeah, since this is week 3, and it's being uploaded late, you'll get to see the battle of OG hopefully tomorrow. Today is Saturday the 20th, 4th wall break, whatever. I just battled him earlier, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy that. So yeah, there we go. That makes me what, 2-1 now, with a differential of +7. Because I beat Pocky by 3 or by 2. I want to say actually by 2. So it's a +6 differential because I beat Pierce by 5. So yeah. Yeah, week 3. On to week 4. Woo! A loss is a loss. I'll take it. There we go. Whew.